Punk rock is often characterized as little more than a snotty counterculture movement filled with overly simplistic music and lyrics.
I'm not really a big fan of it.
Really, it's just not something I've thought about a lot or had a lot of interest in.
I don't know, I'm really kind of whatever on most music. I just kind of listen.
No, I'm not a huge fan of punk rock. It always felt very unorganized. I couldn't really understand what they were saying.
There is some legitimacy behind that claim. Take the band The Bad Brains, for instance. Their lyrics are almost impossible to understand. Yet The Bad Brains' intense musical energy has inspired artists such as the Beastie Boys and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. In fact, the history of punk rock is much more influential than one might expect. In the 1960s, the band Iggy and the Stooges stripped rock of all its pretension and monotony, and instead launched a new sound based on pure, raw power. The Ramones came along and took the Stooges' sound and purified it with bursts of 3-minute pop noise which conveyed joy and anguish in equal measure. When the Ramones sound made its way to England, an absolute explosion of creativity erupted out of the destitute streets of London. Bands like the Sex Pistols, The Clash, Crass, and the X-Ray Specs began to introduce the masses to fringe political beliefs, vegetarianism, feminism, and anti-commercialism, while still harnessing the Ramones and the Stooges' raw energy. That energy traveled back to the United States, where bands sprang up across the country, using this new form of punk rock to express ideals and to find an identity which existed beyond the mainstream. Today, punks can be found in cities all around the world, all in search of an expression of self and a release from frustrations with the status quo.
I feel like I like the rebellion against it, and I can relate to that.
The fact that it's not, it doesn't try to conform to certain formulas of music. It's not, a cookie cutter song you'd hear on the radio. It's something different.
People like getting out their angers and frustrations and rages in this really cool, productive, healthy way.
Authenticity is actually awesome when I hear a band that I like agreeing with what I'm actually thinking about.
Lots of people don't like it just because music is so rash and so harsh, but it's not about the music, it's about the social conditions that they're trying to change.
It's nice to be your own person and just express yourself in whatever way you see fit.